Yeah, what's up, everybody? So there's a bit of Luna controversy, so I wanted to touch in on this and let you guys know exactly what's going on and why everyone wants Luna. So a lot of people are upset. Luna's not available. She's available on Korean server, not in our server yet. So everyone's losing their minds, like, why we can't have Luna? And we've had similar issues with similar type characters in the past, so everyone's just like, what's going on? Blah 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 blah. And I don't know, guys. Why do people want this character so much? Can you see anything? I'm just not sure. Just don't know there. Anyways. Alright, so let's get into who the character actually is and why so many people actually want her. Number one. So if you look at her skills... Anyway, I'm actually going to preview this for you since I've actually added this, but check this out. Stabs the target a random number of times, skill cooldowns decrease by 1 to 3 turns, and damage dealt increases according to the number of attacks. So if you read this, you probably think, oh, she probably stabs 1 to 3 times since her skill cooldown is 1 to 3 times. Well, I'll show you later, but this is actually a very powerful skill. But we'll get more into that later. Now, 2 is a passive. Increases attack and critical hit chance by 20% if the caster's health is more than 50%. Also, guys, I forgot to mention Ice Warrior. So when she's above 50%, she gets those buffs. When she's below 50%, however, she gets defense increase as well as decreased chance of suffering a critical hit. Under 50%, you can skill it up to 30% total if you wish. And then on her 3, excuse me, on her 3, Ragnar Spear soars into the air and hits the enemy with a spear. 80% chance to decrease defense for 2 turns. Attacks with the more powerful element. Now, that last part, because you guys can read the first 2 parts and get... That last part's kind of weird. Oh, you can soul burn this too for additional damage. And you can get the effect to 100% for decreased defense. Attacks with a more powerful element. That tells me that if I'm fighting something that is, say, dark, then this is going to be a light attack versus her normal attack. Her normal element is ice up here. But who knows what that actually means. It might just be a mistranslation or who knows, whatever. So let's get into... I'll show you guys how the skills work so you can see it yourself. So let's do this. Now, go ahead and hit auto. So this is her. Gonna put the defense down and possibly attack with a different element. Now granted, this is without gear. But I also want to show you guys how her typical skills work here. So check out... Hold on. This will be easier to show you on auto. And let's count the number of hits that actually happen on her 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3. So this is random. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was 7, guys. I've seen it hit 6. So I don't know what the max is. We'll give it a couple more times. Yeah, 7 looks like it's the max. So you get it. So what that's saying is that has a chance to put on... I'm guessing it would actually have a chance to put on a lot of procs, except for the fact that it doesn't actually have a proc thing here. Now, depending on what warrior card you get, maybe there will be some effect. Now, let's get out of here so I can show you guys. When this character does eventually come out. Let's read the fun hero ratings here. Oh, no one's got a hero rating? What the hell? Wait, hold on. Great personality. Oh. Anyways. Alright, so as far as what artifact I would recommend, because she's not out yet, so I can't make a quick build video, because there's really no quick build for her. Sigrid Sith would actually go well with her, because she already has, if you remember on her 2, an effect where she does more crit and attack damage if she's above 50%, but if she's below 50%, she gets more defense and more critical resistance. So in this case, she would actually gain a vamp and then also gain another increased attack and then absorb. So, assuming you can get this card to max, that would actually play pretty good synergy. Always keep her attack high, even when her health was low. Otherwise, Uber's Tooth isn't bad, assuming you build her crit. Because when you get a crit hit, it's going to deal additional damage. Now, that could possibly stack with her 3 if it does, in fact, do additional crit hit. Or, excuse me, additional elemental damage as well. And you can get this up to 100%. That'd be pretty fun. It's a shame you can't put Dust Devil on her, because that would be so fun. The Rogue artifact. Because then you could, like, imagine hitting 7 times and then going back and hitting, like, 5 or 6 times after that. That would be pretty fun. El's Fist, if you got it, that's not terrible on her. As health decreases, attack and speed goes up. That's pretty fine. And the rest of these, honestly... You know, if you're going to go into the 3-star relics, I mean, Ascending Axe is never a bad thing. Additional crit hit chance. And then I forget, there's another one here somewhere that does like... Oh, Daydream Joker might not be bad. 3% of enemies max health when attacking. Not great, but not bad. And then, of course, you got the good old Mighty Yakusha. That'll also stack with her passive, increase attack. Only 10% at max, but still, it's something when health is more than 50%, so... relic-wise, that's up to you guys. I totally just clicked out one screen when I didn't mean to, so let's get back in there. And then I will show you guys the last thing I wanted to show you. But yeah, when this banner comes out, it's going to be pretty hot. I can see everyone being like, I've saved crystals. For 6 months, or however long it took. I'm getting her now. So anyways, you see here she has grudges with everybody. That's pretty fun. I wanted to preview stat build, because this is one thing I haven't gone over in my videos and people have been asking for. So if you don't know, you can come over here. You can play with, okay, is she this level? Is she X level? Whatever. But so at max, and assuming she's... Let's go ahead, because most people are going to have her like right around here for most of the time. Here's your total stats. Now, as far as base stats go, you know, health's about average for a warrior. Speed, it's a little bit faster than most warriors. And then, you know, your base crit and your base hit, that's about average as well. So... her attack is going to be paramount, so in my opinion, what you're going to want to build on her is going to be, since her 2 stacks with attack and crit. Keep in mind, guys, that's also crit hit chance, so you don't have to stack your crit very high to get in, especially if you're running her with like that Ascending Axe or whatever. That could be a quick early game cheap hit if you happen to get her early game. To where all you gotta do is crit 3 times and you got 35% free crit on top of her base 15% crit. So that's 50% crit right there. Make up the rest of it with gear. And you're set early game, and then late game, as you get her more attack power and save either more crit damage or whatever you want to roll her with, you're gonna have to get her some vitality and stuff in there too, because defense, although wouldn't be bad as well, just because it does stack here when she gets lower. Running her, also consider with a crit chance, crit damage buffer as well. Like, I forget his name. Was it Tywin or Crow? It's one of those guys, the night guys. Factor that into your teams if you happen to be running them for whatever reason. But this girl, she's going to do so much damage, especially considering that her burn puts a defense down that also has a burn effect. And possibly more elemental damage on top of that I'm not sure of. You guys that play her on Korea, let me know. I was never able to get her on the Korean server. Now, as far as what... so my set bonus, sorry. My set recommendation is just go attack. Attack, you know, attack crit. But if you got enough crit, then consider attack life or attack effectiveness, whatever you want to do. Actually, effectiveness wouldn't be that good. Attack crit damage would probably be better then, in that case. Now, as far as the new sets, if you're running her on a team that is very heavy debuff, you may want to give her that set where she inflicts 30% additional damage to things that are debuffed, because that'll stack very well with defense down, clearly. And you saw the way that her 1 works. Now, as far as what skills to upgrade, personally, all of these skills are really good, so that actually makes this pretty hard. But what I would actually do, upgrade this until you at least get it to 4. So you can get a 100% chance to put defense down, 100% base chance. Then the only thing that's ever going to resist that is going to be wind type or earth type units, rather, the green units. Because they have a half chance to resist no matter what. And then probably you want to get her 1-up, and I know a lot of you guys are going to be like, well, what about her 2? Well, when you have her early game, this isn't going to stack as high as when it's going to stack late game. So if you have her late game and you feel like you're going to burn a bunch of mats into it, by all means, go for her 2, but her 1's going to be used the most because her 2's a passive. This is on a 10-turn cooldown, guys, but this randomly brings down the cooldown chance 1 to 3. So, like, say you're running her with, like, an archer that has that card where there's more co-op attacks, then this could be really good, because it's going to keep bringing the skill cooldown down, as well as, you know, skill cooldown heroes, etc. Someone like a, what's her name? Assyria would actually be perfect for her. But, anyhow, but this is on the long cooldown. You never know what's going to go on, guys. They might, you know, your heroes might be stunned, silenced, whatever's going on. So you're going to need to get her 1-up in damage, just because it's going to be the majority of your damage most of the time. So anyways, hopefully, we're still waiting on a banner for her, because I've been hearing, you know, just reading the Reddit and some people in Discord, not everybody, but the global Discord too, especially. Everyone's like, Luna banner's coming, guys. There's going to be a Luna banner on Christmas. There's also a Crow banner. Crow banner's been coming for a month, and I forget who's the other hero they're always saying. There's like one other hero. Oh, Keys. And like, yeah, there's going to be a Keys banner. I hate to break it to you guys. There's probably not going to be a Keys banner for a long time, because Keys was actually a banner in Korea. And it was somewhere around, like, it wasn't quite Halloween, but it was either like a week or 2 before or a week or 2 after. So she's already been on a banner. The game's like 4 months old. So odds of her being on a banner are pretty low, unless they come out with a new version of her. Which is possible. I think I've heard people float that as well. But anyways, this video's been way too long. So we're waiting on Luna. Hopefully she comes out. And she is going to be probably, I would put her top 5 warrior. Especially among, you know, the regular summon banners. So the hype's there. The hype's there. And that's all I got to say. So I'll catch you guys later on. Peace out.